What's up, you guys? It's Chondra, and I am here to talk to you guys about styling body types and how to determine what your body type is. So I did get a couple of comments and a couple of questions on how to determine what your body type is. And so I decided to come up with a simple way for you guys to kind of figure that out. So as we discussed previously, there are 4 different major types of body types, and those are going to be the inverted triangle, which is what I discussed in the past few weeks, the hourglass, the triangle, which is going to also be known as the pear shape, rectangle, which is also going to be known as an athletic type as well. So those are the 4 types that we're going to be discussing, and I'm going to tell you how to figure out what is going to be your body type. I do want to go ahead and put this out there, let you guys know that if you feel like that you're not specifically any one of these based off of what I'm about to tell you, there is a possibility that you're a combination of one of those, like a combination of more than one of those together. So that could also be a thing, but so you would just go based off of what you most identify with, what you feel like your body looks the closest like or is described the best as I'm about to describe right now. So the first one that I'm going to describe to you guys is going to be the inverted triangle body type, which of course, like I said, I've discussed in the previous past weeks or like the past month. So some good things for you to pay attention to figure out if you are an inverted triangle body type is going to be if you are normally like a well-proportioned individual. So if you're normally well-proportioned, that means that your shoulders and your hips are gonna kind of be like around, like, I'm not gonna say like around the same, but your shoulders are gonna be a little bit broader than your hips, and then your hips are not gonna be too far behind it, basically. So you're not gonna be super duper curvy throughout your hips, but you're not gonna have a super well-defined waistline, but you're gonna be like well proportionate going up and down. You're just gonna be a little bit smaller in this hip area and broader in the shoulder area, which is going to create that inverted triangle. So it's going to be from here to here. So that's how you're gonna be able to tell. The next one I'm going to tell you guys about is going to be the hourglass. An hourglass body type is typically going to be so much more of like a curvy body type. Your waist is definitely going to be a lot more defined. Your bust and your hips are going to be almost even. They could be exactly even, or they could be almost even. And then you're going to also notice that you have a fuller bust, you're going to have fuller hips, and you're going to have fuller thighs. So despite the fact that like a curvy person, generally you're going to think that a curvy person is like, they're going to be thicker in like the hip area. They're going to have like so many different curves. You could be a little bit thicker and still be an hourglass body type. And you could also be smaller, like a petite type of person, and you could still be an hourglass as well. So I want to let you guys know that there is different types of hourglass body types. So many different weights, different things like that. So that's something to also keep in mind. Our next one is going to be the triangle. So we talked about the inverted triangle, which is going to be a triangle that is going to be upside down basically. But then you have your inverted triangle, which is also known as your pear shape. So you're going to be a little bit wider in your waist area than your bust area. So it's just going to be a little bit wider right in here in this area, and then your bust is going to be smaller. And then as you're going to consider yourself to have a little bit more so of a fuller hip area. So your hips and your behind is going to be just a little bit bigger, maybe a lot bigger, but it's still going to be in that area. You're going to also have narrower shoulders compared to what your hips are going to be. So it's going to give you that triangle type of look. So you're going to go from narrower, you're going to get just a little bit bigger in the bust area, and then you're going to get wider right in here in the hip and the waist area as well. The next one I'm going to talk to you guys about is going to be the rectangle body type. So the rectangle body type is also known as the athletic build. So with rectangle body type, you're not going to be super curvy at all. You're going to be more so straight up and down, and there's like completely nothing wrong with that. Your shoulders and your hip measurements are going to be very close in size and almost equal to size, which is kind of like the hourglass, except for you're not going to have a defined waistline. So your waistline is going to be a lot more so as the same measurements as your hips and your shoulders as well. And the same thing with your bust as well. Like I said, you're going to be more straight up and down, and then your weight is also going to be more so evenly distributed throughout your body. So those are some of the little tips and tricks for you to figure out which little category you're going to be in to determine your body type. I really hope that this helped you guys so much. If you guys have any more questions, you definitely can leave us some comments, ask me anything. You can ask any of the divas here in Diva Land, and we'll be able to help you the best way possible. Like I said, I wanted to keep this simple. There is another way for you to do it. You could always just, measure yourself with a measuring tape if you have one, and then you can go online and type in your measurements, and you should be able to figure out what your body type is. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of the things, and definitely leave us some comments and stuff, and give us some little tips and tricks that you feel like we could do to help you guys a little bit better. So that is all I have for you guys. I will see you guys later.